Well, congrats to Florida State. They're an outstanding basketball team, very, very unique team. Their size, their athleticism, their depth, they come at you in waves. And so they're a very, very good basketball team. I'm really proud of our effort today. I thought we fought for 40 minutes. I thought we did some really good things. I thought the game came down to, our inability at times to finish. I know in the first half, I'll review it when I watch tape, but I know at least 5 shots right there at the basket that we missed. And in the second half, I can think off the top of my head about 3 of them. And so, if you make half of those, that's 8 points. Maybe the outcome's a little bit different. But I'm proud of how we fought. Obviously we were one man down, a really important guy. I thought some guys stepped up, Nique to play the most minutes that he's played. I thought he did some really good things out there. I thought Femi stepped in and did some really good stuff for us. He's a little hobbled too, the calf strain from the other day. But again, we did some good things. Obviously it's not good enough. There's no moral victories for us. We want to win the basketball game and thought we had a chance to. So, questions?
Jeff, what did you see from Nique today that that you maybe hadn't seen previously much this season? And was it really just more of a product of him getting more time out there and getting a little bit more comfortable getting into a rhythm?
I thought it was more time getting into a rhythm. I thought that certainly had a little bit to do. I thought that had a lot to do with it. He was able to drive the basketball. He was able to make some plays.
Chris, that was the most minutes Nique's played since his Miami days. Conditioning-wise, how did you feel that he kept up with everyone else on the court?
I thought he did okay. I thought he did good. I mean, look, they wore us down. That's what they do. That's what Florida State does. They come at you in waves. They have these big, huge, athletic guys that they just keep sending in. And then their style of play, the way they pressure the basketball constantly, take passes away. They're very, very physical. And I thought they wore us down. I thought we had a stretch there where our first shot defense wasn't bad, but we couldn't rebound. They would shoot and we would contest. It was almost like we stood there like statues and they just went and got the basketball. And so, but I think they wore us down, but that's what they do.
You think that the defensive effort though was a little bit better than it was the other night?
Yes.
Jeff?
A lot better.
Jeff, do you have any update on D's Force, and I guess how did his absence impact you?
Don't have an update yet. Of his availability. Whenever we play next, we're not scheduled to play until I think next Sunday, the 28th. Obviously, you guys know that you can't pay attention to the schedule, so something could happen. I don't know. We missed him. Look. He's our second leading scorer, second leading rebounder, second in assists. He's our best defender. And he's also one of the guys that we have that has experience. And he's played well against Florida State. And so we missed that. Big loss for us. But guys stepped up and played well. Gave us a chance to win.
Jeff, you had talked some there about Florida State kind of wearing you down. Does that come from the size, from the athleticism, kind of a combination of all those factors?
All those things. Depth, all of those things. They have a lot of talent on their team. They're a really talented team. I thought they were primed last year, to make a run. And I think they felt that way too, with the talent they had and the depth, size, all of those things. And, they play with a sense of urgency. They're incredibly together. It's a really, really good basketball team.
Jeff, what did you think of Femi's effort? Looked like he was bringing some good pressure on defense and keeping things composed when he was running the offense on the other side of the court.
Thought he did some really good things for us, and I thought he battled and gutted it through. He's not at 100%. His calf is still bothering him a little bit, but I thought he did some really good things to be able to play and to play with poise and to only have 1 assist against that type of pressure is really good.
Jeff, you had talked a little bit earlier about the gap in the schedule and just how unpredictable that can be. I guess short of any kind of postponements that could open things up, how aggressively, if at all, are you all as a staff going to potentially look at games outside of the league?
Well, for me, it depends on the health of our team. It depends on the status of Aldis, it depends on Femi. it depends on the health of our basketball team. I'm not going to put us in a position to do anything detrimental, to our guys. And so it depends on the health of our team, and then we'll figure that out and make a decision. We have our off day tomorrow. Hopefully I'll have an idea of where we are physically as a team, and then we'll go from there.
Jeff, what did you feel like was the difference between the first half and the second half offensively for Xavier?
Well, he finished. In the first half, he didn't finish stuff. I mean, stuff at the basket, and things like that. He was able to get some shots to go into the basket in the second half. I think that was the difference. I don't think the shots were any different. I think he was just able to see it go through the basket.
Nique, I'm curious what it was like for you. I think that your minute total today was a season high. What was it like for you to be out there and I guess get a little bit more of a rhythm and be able to play, I guess, more extended minutes?
It was definitely interesting just getting out there and getting more minutes and seeing things and just getting into a better rhythm. It's just getting into a rhythm. I feel like I just got to get in the rhythm and I'll be shooting the ball at a higher clip. But it was good getting out there and just getting some good burn in with my guys.
Nique, how early did you know that you'd be starting again with this game, like before the game and everything?
I knew probably the day before the game. It was a possibility of it, but that's when I know.
Nique, what's the season been like for you, starting late because of the transfer and the ups and downs of the postponements?
It's been up and down, but just trying to find my way and find my identity on this team, and just find my get into a good rhythm and just trying to fill out everybody and see how I can play and mold myself to play with everybody. So just figuring it all out and just continue to play basketball.
Nique, as much as the 12 points, were the 7 rebounds something you're pretty proud of?
I wouldn't say I'm proud. I'm not satisfied with that. I feel like I could have shot the ball and been way more efficient because I have had way more efficient games in my past. So I'm just gonna break it down, look at the film, and see where I could affect the game at in different places and stuff, and just work from there and just learn from it.
Nique, what was the mood like in the locker room after a game where you guys played kind of well, you competed with a good team, but ultimately fell short? What do you kind of take away from a game like that?
We all, everybody in the locker room knew we can compete in that game. We knew we were supposed to be there, and we know there's a good chance of us winning. So everybody was upset, but I feel like all we gotta do is stay together and just keep pushing and fighting together. And as long as we don't give up, we'll have bright days ahead.
Nique, we've talked some about your experience here during the season, coming from a situation that you had at Miami where you played a lot of minutes, and then you come here and the minute totals are a little bit more inconsistent. Has the season been frustrating for you? How have you navigated that?
It has its ups and downs, but at the end of the day, I know who I am and I know what I bring to the table. So I just go into practice every day and just try to go in there with the same mindset and just be a good piece of energy for everybody and just give myself to the team and just let all of it work itself out. So I'm just patient and I'm looking forward to just continue to compete and fight and earn my way out there.
Nique, I know that you guys are still in the middle of the season. You're taking it day by day, but have you thought at all about the eligibility waiver and how you're growing with the team this year and maybe how you could use that waiver to come back next year if you wanted to?
Yeah. I definitely put a lot of thought into it. Definitely, if that's a thing that coach wants me to do, then I'll definitely take that into consideration. But it's definitely been helpful because I had to sit out multiple games, so just seeing it from a third perspective, third eye view was like just seeing the game in a whole nother way. I really never had to do that besides like my freshman year in high school. So seeing the game in a whole nother way kind of is helping my mental, help me just grow mentally and make smarter plays and see the game in a different way. But it definitely been an interesting year for me for sure.
With a team like Florida State, Nique, how do with their length and their size, and their athleticism, how do you guys game plan for that and practice for that?
Capel, he knows they a big and physical team. So we got to match their energy. We got to match, it's going to be a fight, a collision, So he was just preparing us for that. And knowing that we're going to go out there and give it a dog fight. So we know that they was athletic. They had some shot makers. You can't back off too many guys. So we just knew we had to just stay solid on everybody and just defend as best we can.
Justin, what did you think of the effort just overall for 40 minutes in this game?
I think it was great. I think it was better. Not great. I wouldn't say great, but I think it was better than what it's been in a long time. I feel like we fought to the end. We didn't give up. We had a little defensive lapse and stuff like that, but I feel like we fought 40 minutes.
It's like Justin playing against an athletic team that's very long. A couple of times I saw you surrounded by 2 or 3 guys who are probably taller than you.
It's rough, You can't really prepare for a team that's at that size, But I feel like I try to finish with contact, get to the free throw line. I feel like my teammates did the same thing, and I feel like we just fought. We came up short, but we still fought, and that's all we asked for.
Justin, what was the mood like in the locker room after a game where, like you said, you were pretty pleased with the effort, but you guys came up short?
I mean, the atmosphere was okay. It always sucks to lose. It's never good to lose, but Coach said we fought. We gave effort, and he said that's all he could ask for. It's not gonna always come out in our favor, but it was pretty good in the locker room. Nobody was upset. Nobody was too down on themselves. We just we got to try and fix it, and in practice the next couple of days.
Justin, you had talked a little bit earlier about this team fighting. I mean, how consistent, even during this losing streak here, how consistent has that been? Has there ever been a point where you maybe haven't noticed, this team fighting as much or in the same way it did today?
I feel like we fight every day. We come to fight. Just some days, we have like more lapses than others. I feel like we come ready to fight, but sometimes in the game, we just get a certain stretch where we just have lapses, continuous lapse, and that's what kind of causes us to lose. I feel like today was actually the best we played since Virginia Tech. I feel like that's the kind of energy we had in this game today.
Justin, what's the impact of not having Audis?
It's rough. He's one of our top scorers, but at the same time, I feel like Nique stepped up. And I feel like he's been waiting for that moment to step up and show that he's capable of doing things that he did today. I was very happy for him that he got a chance. But not having Dees, it hurts us because he brings a large amount of toughness to our team. But I'm just happy that Nique got to step up and show what he's about.
Justin, what were some of the challenges in the second half? You guys would get crucial buckets and you guys would get crucial stops, but it took a while for you guys to be able to score back-to-back on possessions and kind of keep things going. What do you think was the biggest problem that you guys had in trying to build a run in that second half?
They kept getting offensive rebounds. They were shooting at their own rebound. So that kind of killed us down the stretch. If we limited that, I think we would have won the game. We would have easily won the game if we limited that. I feel like what's the kid's name? Barnes and Gray, they just kept throwing the ball. They was just throwing the ball to the rim and missing and just getting their own rebound right back. So I feel like that was kind of the thing that kept us from putting together plays where it was all right, stop, score. It kind of it killed us a little bit at heart to see he shot, he missed, and then he just got it right back and got fouled. So I think that was the thing that hurt us the most today.
Justin, the version of Nique you guys saw out there today, how much closer is that to the guy that you've seen in practice versus the version that we had seen for really most of this season until today?
I don't think he even showed his full capabilities. I feel like he got a chance to show his game, but I feel like he has a lot more in his bag that he can show, and he's gonna continue to do that. He's just happy he got the opportunity to do that, and he's gonna continue to work and continue to fight.